This pay-per-view has always had a special place in my heart because Eddie Guerrero finally wins the big one, but the rest of the show, was that any good? Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of 10 years ago. Now tonight, we're going to be looking at No Way Out 2004. As I said on the introduction, this pay-per-view has always had a special place in my heart because of course it's the night Eddie Guerrero wins the championship. But you know, the rest of the card? Let's have a look. So we're live at the Cow Palace, which is in Daly City, apparently, which is in San Francisco, which is in California. There's 11,000 fans on hand. The Cow Palace, long-standing wrestling venue, home to many, many shows. They used to have a yearly battle royal there back in the day. Super Brawls in 97, 98, and 2000. Were held there. 265,000 homes bought the pay-per-view. Sunday Night Heat, the team of Tajiri, Akio, and Sakodo defeating Ultimo Dragon, Paul London, and Billy Kidman. A few things to talk about before we go on. I should probably talk about this one on Raw. At WrestleMania, because of course Raw hasn't got a pay-per-view. On Raw, Chris Benoit jumped to Raw the night after the Royal Rumble. Said he wanted to face Triple H for the championship and not Brock Lesnar. I don't understand why, I've got to be honest. But Shawn Michaels signs the contract in Chris Benoit's place, making it a triple threat match at WrestleMania. So, because Chris Benoit had jumped over to Raw, we didn't have a number one contender on SmackDown. So it was a 15-man Royal Rumble style match to give SmackDown its number one contender, and Eddie Guerrero won that last elimination. Kurt Angle. Also, Stone Cold Steve Austin gave Goldberg a ticket because Goldberg was very, very upset at Brock Lesnar for F5ing him during the Royal Rumble. And the classic line where Austin gave him the ticket and said, "Bill, don't do anything I wouldn't do," which is wonderful. So, shall we kick off? The show kicks off with Sable and Tori Wilson coming out to shill their edition of Playboy. This is an interesting one because, of course, 10 years ago, when I was 21, it was all good, yay, Playboy, hooray. But now, 10 years later, when I'm 31, Playboy has no interest for me whatsoever. And Taz saying, "I've looked at that magazine several times," just makes me go, ew, creepy Taz. I don't want to hear about that at all. Anyway, so the opening package is really, really good. It's Lesnar, Guerrero, both basically saying the same thing, but the way that they say it is just glory. I'd go and watch it if I were you. In the opening contest, Scotty, Hotty, and Rikishi defeating the Basham brothers and Shaniqua in a good handicap match to retain the tag team titles. Scotty and Rikishi won the tag team titles 2 weeks earlier on SmackDown. This is the rematch. Why not? Rikishi gets a big pop when he throws Shaniqua into the ring, goes to stink face her. Danny stops him though, same with when Scotty goes for the worm, but that stopped with the Shaniqua clothesline. Scotty plays the face in peril, he bumps like an absolute boss, even bumping like a boss for Shaniqua. Scotty counters a powerbomb attempt and hot tags Rikishi, who DDTs Danny, sets up the banzai drop, but it's stopped with the Bashams. He goes up top to the banzai drop, he's basically pushed off by the Bashams. But then a Samoan drop and a banzai drop on Shaniqua get the win for Rikishi to a big pop. It must be said at 8 minutes and 16 minutes standard tag team formula with a hot crowd made for a good opener. Last appearance from Shaniqua though, apparently, and I don't know if this is definitely true, apparently she had a terrible attitude backstage and she was gone weeks later from this, never to be seen from again. Worked as a teacher, according to Wikipedia now. We see Goldberg's front row seat. No sign of Goldberg yet. Sorry, there's a fly buzzing around here. No sign of Goldberg yet. Jamie Noble then defeated Nidia in a mildly, and I use that word very lightly, mildly entertaining blindfold match. Nidia, you may remember, was blinded by Tajiri with the dreaded black mist of doom. It was just before No Mercy, if I remember rightly. This is the payoff. No, don't save it to WrestleMania. That's be daft. Nidia is vexed. Noble is vexed because Nidia's been spending all his money. And on SmackDown 3 days ago, Nidia shredded a $5,000 mink coat He had bought a, let's be honest, if you wear a mink coat, you're a fucking disgraceful person. So the best thing you can probably do with your mink coat is to put it in a shredder. Pure comedy match. Nidia takes place because only Jamie Noble's got the blindfold on, not both of them. So it's one of those, well, how could you fucking lose this match? How could you lose him? Yeah, if he can't see, just kick him in the bollocks and fucking pin him. Happy days. No. Anyway, she takes the piss, she kicks his ass, and she pulls his pants down. And the crowd are better than I was expecting. I was expecting complete silence from the crowd, but the crowd are mildly into it. Nidia goes up top. This is the problem I have here. Nidia goes up top, yeah, and the referee tells her to get down. So Noble pulls the hood off, sees where she is, throws her off the top, and then puts on a seated guillotine choke to get the win. It's just one of those pointless, just also pointless. Honestly, the crowd saved this from being Dud territory. I want to give it to crowd. I want to give it to Dud. Sorry, the crowd really seem to enjoy it a lot more than me. Like, okay, all right, fine. We see footage of Kurt Angle attacking Big Show and Cena on SmackDown. Then we see Angle with Josh Matthews saying why he attacked them both. He had been taken out the week before, roughly from behind. Cena confronts Angle, saying, "Look, if I'd attacked you, I'd do it to your face like this." Bam! Why not? So then they brawl. World's Greatest Tag Team, self-proclaimed World's Greatest Tag Team, defeating the APA in a match. Bradshaw had defeated Shelton on SmackDown, but Shelton had injured the arm in the process. Bradshaw comes out with a massive bandage on his right arm. So surely written on my notes in big capital letters, surely this match just writes itself. It should be so easy to write itself. Bradshaw ignores the arm injury completely, because why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Farouk is your acolytes in peril. World's Greatest Tag Team working the arm. Farouk doesn't bother selling it, because why would he? Mild, because it is, tagged to Bradshaw, who cleans house, not selling the injury at all. He hits a powerbomb on Shelton for 2, and then Farouk's on the outside, brawling with Charlie Hart, selling the arm. Idiot. Doesn't bother selling it while he's in the match. On the outside, he's favouring the arm. Dickhead. Fallaway slam, off the top by Bradshaw, which means you have to pick up your opponent and launch them with your injured arm. Doesn't bother selling it. He hits the clothesline from hell on Haas, but a super kick on Bradshaw by Shelton, who is the legal man, gets the win. And now he sells the arm. And you just go, well, it's fucking pointless then, wasn't it? What was the point in that? I don't get it. They had the potential here to put on such a good match. I mean, really, really good. Bradshaw, they should swap the positions round. And just for once, have Farouk be the one who gets the hot tag. Because you ever noticed that with the AP? I've never noticed this before. Someone pointed out to me the other day, it was always Bradshaw who got the hot tag. Farouk was always the one who got the shit kicked out of him. Bradshaw get the hot tag. He was the protected one, which is very strange. Surely it would have made more sense in a match like this, when you've got a guy who comes out with a colossal bandage on his arm, yeah, have that guy who's the one in the ring, have the guys working over his arm. No, don't be silly. As a match, it was alright. Basic tag team formula, as you can probably imagine. Things like that bug the fuck out of me, so I cannot rate it any higher. Goldberg is here. We see a recap of the Rumble where Lesnar hits an F5 on Goldberg, leaving him wide open to be eliminated by Angle. Yes, Goldberg being here has its own little build-up package. Just made the matches longer, for goodness sake. As mentioned, Austin gave him a front row ticket before Goldberg hit a massive spear on Paul Heyman on Raw, which was fun, which got him suspended. So technically Goldberg is perfectly alright to be here and can do whatever he wants because he's suspended. Speaking of Heyman, he's here, selling the spear. Good work, Paul. You know, holding the ribs. Oh, God, my ribs. You know, why not? He's here to berate Goldberg and tell him to get out of his seat. If he gets out of his seat, he will be arrested. But here's Lesnar without his title belt, which is interesting. He says he's not intimidated by Goldberg. He tries to goad him into getting in the ring, says all sorts of stuff about him. Goldberg's just meh. Just meh. But then he calls him a bitch. He's like, oh, shit, now it's going to go down. Goldberg gets in the ring, and here we go. Shoulder tackle in the corner by Lesnar, and F5 is countered into a jackhammer, while Heyman screams for security. Security come down and arrest Goldberg. Remember that. It won't make any difference to the main event, I promise. That he's been arrested. Goldberg. Arrested. I like how Michael Cole and Taz support their brand. They are fully up for Lesnar here. Lesnar's a heel. Don't forget that fact. But yeah, they're fully up for him. And then after Goldberg is gone, here's Hardcore Holly. He wants some of Lesnar, but Lesnar seems to remember their shit match at Royal Rumble and bails, because you just would, wouldn't you? And that Unfortunately, Hardcore Holly doesn't move, and that nicely segues us on to Hardcore Holly defeating Rhino in a rubbish match. This was added on Sunday Night Heat. No idea why anyone would want to see this match. Did this match add any buys to this pay-per-view? I highly doubt it. I can't fathom why. I just can't. If someone can let me know in the comments, please do. But we cut to the Spanish announcers, and it's not just like it's a fuck up with the commentary. Michael Cole says, these guys are on commentary. They're doing the Spanish commentary. So let's have a listen. And then both Michael Cole and Taz ripped them for speaking Spanish. And it's like, what was the point in this? What was the point? Rhino is the heel, but the fans cheer his move because they don't give a flying fuck about Hardcore Holly at all. Big pop for the gore. Holly, I suppose, does what you should do if you've been good. Rolls out of the ring so you can't be pinned when he gets back in. Hits the Alabama Slam for the win. Dual offense, slow pace, couldn't give a shit. We get a trailer for the Monday Night War DVD. Don't know if you've seen that one. Not great. It's way too biased from the WWE's point of view, and it's way too short, in my opinion. Didn't I say something just like that on Raw this past week? Anyway, so now we move on to the three main events. And the show, so the opener was good. So show so far has been pretty meh, hasn't it? So now we step it up again. It's Chavo Guerrero defeating Rey Mysterio in a good match to win the Cruiserweight Championship. Rey was not impressed that Chavo turned on his uncle, because why would he? And he let him know about it. Chavo was vexed about Rey's music video, which we'll talk about in a bit. Some guy called Jorge Paez is with Rey. He's a boxer, apparently. I don't watch boxing, therefore I have no idea who this guy is, and why should I give a fuck? It's a wrestling pay-per-view. Before Chavo comes out, we get a pretty sweet promo by The Undertaker, saying he'll be back in 28 days. I'll talk more about the whole Undertaker-Kane thing at WrestleMania and all the build-up to that, trust me, I will. 28 days, incidentally, from this show is Mania 20. Isn't that weird? Deep arm drag by Rey to start. Chavo takes control of the snapmare. He tries to remove the mask. Lovely head scissors by Rey. Flapjack by Chavo, who follows with a snapmare, a drop kick for two. Pair of scoop slams also gets two, so he locks on a wrist lock. Sunset flip is counted into the 619, but Chavo Guerrero Sr. stops the West Coast pop and gets KO'd by Jorge for his trolls. And that means, of course, because he's the babyface, that the referee says, you're out of here. Sorry, RSW, sorry. But, Jorge is out of there. So basically, he was out there to punch Chavo Sr., and that's it. Well done. Like I care. Chavo checks his dad and eats a huge ponce by Rey. He follows with a springboard leg drop for two. Crowd are into everything here. Every little move they are well into. Schoolboy gets two for Rey. They go up top where Chavo hits a super gutbuster, because why the fuck not? What a pretty move as well. Chavo goes to work on the ribs with an abdominal stretch. Rey's able to counter a suplex into a cover for two. Beautiful half crab. And it's not just a half crab. Like Lance Storm used a half crab. Oh, no. Imagine a half crab turned into a lion tamer. It's a half crab lion tamer. It's a half tamer. It's fucking beautiful is what it is. So nice. Lovely counter exchange leads to a sunset flip that gets two for Rey. Tilt-a-whirl gutbuster, working the ribs, by Chavo, and a seated abdominal stretch is turned into a wrist lock. Bulldog by Rey gets two, as does kitchen sink by Chavo. He goes for another gutbuster, but Rey hits a lovely leg lariat and drives Chavo into the ring post with the head scissors. Then hits a nasty looking stroke, not choke. That's very fizzy. DDT on the apron by Rey is really nice. Chavo comes back with a front suplex. Moonsault press by Rey looks really crap, only because Chavo is completely out of position, so doesn't catch him properly. It gets two. Gory special gets two for Chavo. Don't mention on commentary that it's the gory Guerrero special. Fuck it, stupid commentators. Rana, a 619 by Rey, gets a big pop. Chavo rolls through the West Coast pop, though, into that half crab again. Into that same half crab. Oh, it's so pretty. Rey makes the ropes to a big pop. Rey goes up top, but Chavo Sr. revives to knock him off. Roll up gets the win for Chavo. And get this, right? Get this. 17 minutes and 21 seconds. Really enjoyed this. Well, naturally, Rey Mysterio didn't bother selling him ribs at any point, because why would he? Fucking overrated cunt. But decent length, hot crowd, and for once, just that rare occasion, that really rare occasion where the Cruiserweight Championship actually felt important. Think about what's going to happen next month at WrestleMania with the awful Cruiserweight title match, yeah. For once, this felt important. Like I said, crowd into everything at 17 minutes. It felt special. Apart from Ray. Because he didn't bother selling the fucking ribs at all. Because why would he? In the back, Chavo says his Uncle Eddie will be the loser because he's an addict. And then, number 1 contender match. Kurt Angle defeating Big Show and John Cena in a good triple threat match to become the SmackDown number 1 contender. They remember that Big Show's United States champion, because I'd forgotten. Cena has a massive brace on his knee from where he got eliminated in that nasty, nasty way at the Royal Rumble. Cena with yet another awful rap. He does a nice little bit, Cena does, where Show and Angle go at it and he just sort of watches them and sort of mocks them and laughs at them. But then Cena and Show go at it and Angle sort of just watches them and mocks them. And then when Cena and Angle go at it, Big Show watches them and mocks them. It's all very good. Angle does a belly-to-belly suplex, Show with 2 leg drops, then Angle tries a German off the apron. That doesn't work, as you can probably imagine, so Angle goes low, because why not? Rolling Germans by Kurt to Cena. Show whips him into the ring post, which was one of Angle's staple moves, doesn't it? And he wonders why he has a neck problem, idiot. Show chops Cena, then hits a delayed vertical suplex for 2. Cena avoids a charge and goes up top, hitting a back elbow and selling the knee when he lands. Well done, John. Angle back in, hits a missile dropkick. Cena dumps Angle and hits an FU on Show. Hindsight, the beauty of hindsight says, I would have saved the FU on the Big Show until WrestleMania, because then it looks more impressive. When he does it at WrestleMania, it's all good and everything, but we've already seen it done a month earlier. And I'm probably going to say, why have I got such an itchy nose? God damn it! Yeah, when I do my WrestleMania review, expect me to say something along the lines of, because I'll forget about this bit. I'll write on my notes. The FU would look more impressive if we hadn't seen it last month, Oh, shit. DDT for Kurt Angle by Cena. Angle dumps Cena to the outside and gets 2 off an Angle slam. Doesn't seem so impressive. As the Angle slams on Big Show, doesn't seem quite as impressive after you've just seen John Cena lift him up on his shoulders, Maybe the other way around might have been better. FU to Angle is countered into the ankle lock. Chokeslam for Angle. Cena gets a schoolboy on the slow for 2. Chokeslam for Cena. Ankle lock breaks the cover. Spinebuster. 5-knuckle shuffle for Angle. He goes to the FU again, but Show clips the injured leg. Show then rams him knee first into the turnbuckle. Fantastic. Selling psychology on the knee. Brilliant. Angle slam over the top rope. Yes, you read that right. You hear that right. Itchy nose. Really sorry. And the ankle lock finishes at 12 minutes and 17 seconds. And Kurt Angle is going to WrestleMania. Good match. Last 5 minutes were all finishes, which is the staple of triple threat matches. Personally, would have given this one 5 more minutes. Maybe the build-up package for Goldberg going to come into the pay-per-view could have been put onto this match, What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, the really great thing about this match, in my opinion, is with Kurt Angle winning, I think it adds even more intrigue to the main event, because if you think about it, at WrestleMania, you're either going to get Angle versus Lesnar again, or Angle versus Guerrero, and either of those suit me down to the fucking ground. How's that sound? So, before the main event, we get an advert for WWE Originals, which means we can do a first in this series, a review within a review! Hit the music! WWE Originals. No, I have no idea either. When one day they had a meeting and one of the idiots, one of the yes men said, Vince, I've got this idea. You know how we release these music CDs every year? And they always sell well because the marks, for some reason, buy them. I don't know why. I've got to say, as someone who owns a lot of the old ones, I think the last one I got... Really? Guesses? Guesses? Because I know what I can see. It's right there. If you said fire engine, you're wrong. If you said Coast Guard, you're wrong. And if you said a police car, you're wrong. Once again, it's another ambulance. It wouldn't be right without them, would it? I saw a message out on Facebook yesterday that said he should do a compilation vid of all the emergency service vehicles you've had in your vids, and it's like, yeah, it'd be a fucking long vid, wouldn't it? Anyway, can we go back to me being wonderful and talking about the original CD? Okay, so yeah, the last one I bought was the Anthology CD, and it's one of those ones we'll put it on in the car when we're doing a road trip to a wrestling show, and we've got a car full, and we just want something for background for a laugh, all right? Then it's good. Would you play this CD on a first day, right? You can imagine you go out for a date, you're with a real beautiful girl, and you bring her back to your place, and you want to put some mood music on. What do you do? Put fucking Anthology disc 2 on it? Oh, yeah. Stone Cold music. Oh, I love this. It really gets me in the mood. Fuck off. When would you ever buy them? When would you ever play them? Sorry. Anyway, so they've said in this meeting to Vince, we release these music CDs every year, don't we? How about this year, instead of just releasing the standard music one, we get the superstars to record their own songs. And Vince has gone, that's fucking genius. Make it so. And it's one of those, oh my God. Let's go through this one. Every song. Aren't I good to you? We've Had Enough by the Dudley Boys starts out. I'm not going to talk about the Stone Cold segments because they are fucking atrocious. Alright? We've Had Enough by the Dudley Boys. Neither Dudley Boy can rap. The lyrics are atrocious. It's got an annoyingly catchy chorus. We've had enough of the what you could have, what you should have done, etc. I Just Want You by Trish Stratus. It's all kinds of rubbish. I've got zero time for cheesy pop ballads. I like drum and bass, for fuck's sake, at the best of times. And while Trish Stratus saying, do you want me, is always going to be met with a resounding, oh fuck yes I do. The song is shit. Trish, to her credit, is an alright singer. Crossing Borders by Rey Mysterio is track 3. It's annoying as he keeps switching between English and Spanish. Make up your mind, right? One or the other. You know, I speak pretty good Spanish. My brothers live in Spain. I've got to, but you know, it's irritating that it keeps going between the two. Here, I suppose his rapping isn't too bad, but the song, the lyrics are just terrible. If you're wondering, this track not only is the theme music for this pay-per-view, believe it or not, but also they made a music video for this with Jorge in it, which Chavo Guerrero was vexed about. It's one of the reasons they were feuding, is because Chavo didn't get his own music video. Oh, never mind, you could have done. You're on this fucking CD. Can You Dig It by Booker T is plain straight up shit. His singing is alright. Again, terrible lyrics. And someone in WWE thought we should, that should be entrance music. Ugh. I Don't Suck by Kurt Angle will put a smile on your face. It will. But he clearly cannot sing, so he just sort of speaks his lyrics. Do you remember back in the day, Bret Hart released this tune? Oh my God, what was it called? Why wouldn't I write that down? No, I can't remember it. But Bret didn't sing on the song, did he? He just spoke. This is the same. Cringe-worthy lyrics, and Angle's rapping is atrocious. In there's one verse where he uses better 3 times, 3 lines on the trot, and you're just like, can you not think of anything else, Kurt? Really? I mean, obviously Kurt didn't write the tune, but you know. The worst on the album is the next track. It's called When I Get You Alone, and it's by Lita. Lita, who's got her own band, or had her own band, the Luchadors, were they not? This woman is, oh my God, her singing is terrible. Really, really, really poor. Song has got woeful lyrics, but the worst part about this is the fucking, there's a bridge after the second chorus, right? And Lisa will sing the lyric, and then she says the lyric afterwards. And no, Lisa has, I've always believed Lisa has got one of those bored voices you'll ever hear. And she sounds so bored. This song, think about the context, is what it's called, When I Get You Alone by Lisa. So what she's basically saying in layman's terms, she wants to ride your bones, yeah? Now, I don't think I've ever heard a song that's meant to be, I want to ride your bones, which makes me want to fuck her less. Seriously, awful, awful, awful. You Just Don't Know Me by Lillian Garcia is a weird one because we all know that Lillian Garcia's got a decent set of pipes on her, don't we? We know she can sing. We have heard her do the national anthem enough times. She does Tori Wilson's entrance music, for goodness sake. But again, and I'm sorry if I sound like a stuck record here, and probably you start going, God, can you not think of anything else to say about them? The lyrics are so bad. And what's worse is the music for this one's actually alright. It's got quite a catchy hook on it, but the music is terrible. We Lie, We Cheat, We Steal by Eddie and Chavo on a CD released a month after they started feuding. Well done, WWE. Song is fun if you can get past the stereo Cheech and Chong style gimmicks that they're both playing. Ridiculous. Don't You Wish You Were Me by Chris Jericho is my favourite song on the CD, which isn't saying much. Oh, the next one. Oh, oh. Who thought that was a good idea? Put a Little Ass on It by Rikishi. Yep, say that title out loud with me, ladies and gentlemen. 3, 2, 1. Put a Little Ass on It. It's a romantic ballad with the chorus. Put a little ass on it. Ass on it. Fuck off. Fuck the fuck off. I'm not actually sure if this one's meant to be a joke or not. I can't tell. I just cannot tell. The last track is Basic Thugonomics by John Cena. It's Cena's entrance music, so it's the one that you've heard for the last year. So, it's the one that had the least effort put into it, I suppose. We need to make this CD. Let's get all the people in to record their themes, apart from Cena, because we've already got his. There's one line in this one that I really liked, which is two-faced rappers walk away with 4 shiners. That's a great line. Rest of it, me. If, all in all, this is a truly awful CD. I bet it's sold by the bucket load. If you paid for this CD, I want you to tell me in the comments. I want you to tell me why. And then I want you to hang your head in shame. Alright? Because you should be ashamed of yourself for buying this CD. I got mine for free. I think I said this on my Royal Rumble review. I entered a competition to win a CD player. And I won the competition. I think it's the only thing I've ever won in my entire life. I won the CD player and it came with this CD. I've still got the CD player. I haven't got the CD. Actually, no, I haven't got the CD player. Now I think about it. Oh, it came with some WrestleMania 20 stickers. Yay. Yeah, avoid this CD at all costs. Should we get back to the pay-per-view? That was fun, wasn't it? Review within a review. Eddie Guerrero defeating Brock Lesnar in a superb, genuinely wonderful match to win the WWE Championship. Wonderful build-up package, showing the promo that Eddie cut on SmackDown the week before, saying that Eddie is an addict. You're right, Brock. I am an addict. I'm addicted to the feeling that I get when these fans cheer me. Fucking brilliant. Absolutely superb. Brock comes out first. He's the fucking champion, for God's sake. So, let's go through this one as it happened, because it's wonderful. Brock dominates at the start with massive back body drop, a sweet snap suplex. Eddie tries to come back with a Rhino, but is countered into a spinning fucking powerbomb. Fucking brilliant. Pair of release base-to-base suplexes, a jaw to the knee in the corner, and another belly-to-belly suplex put Eddie on the outside. Eddie drapes the jaw across the rope and then posts the leg. But as soon as he gets to one of the stories of this match and the other goings is that every single time Eddie gets one move in, Brock comes back and kills him. So he rams Brock's leg into the ring post, yeah? When he tries it again, Brock is just too damn fucking strong and pulls him into the fucking ring post. It's brilliant. Power versus speed. Power versus speed is one of my favourite types of matches you can do because it's so easy to tell the story of it. But these guys take it up a whole nother notch. Oh, they really do. Inside, Brock gets a delayed fisherman's buster and a body scissors. Eddie counters out of it with a jawbreaker. Brock tries a gorilla press, but Eddie chops the knee, then eats a massive lariat. See what I mean? Germans and a shoulder in the corner, but yes, as he attempts the knee in the corner, like he'd done earlier on, Eddie moves. The knee hits the turnbuckle, and Brock goes sailing to the outside. Eddie follows it out with this beautiful plancha. And then inside, Eddie begins to work the knee. He hits a great back suplex, but again, as soon as he gets some offense going, Brock powers back, and drops Eddie across the ropes for 2. Brock chokes Eddie. Eddie turns it into an STF to a massive pop. He drives the knee into the mat while Brock's on the mat, and Brock sells the knee like an absolute boss. Eddie attempts a figure 4, but the legs are just too strong. Brock gets up, hits another massive belly-to-belly suplex. A Goldberg chant breaks out as Brock tries a tilt-to-whirl slam, but that's countered in midair into a leg scissors. Fucking beautiful. Drop kick to the knee, and this time the figure 4 works. Brock gets to the ropes, so another kick to the leg and a half crab, which is then turned into an STF as Brock tries to inch the ropes again. Why the fuck not? Brock with a German suplex and a main event spine buster followed by a chicken wing, which he turns into a sleeper. Eddie powers out into the corner to break and goes up top. Missile dropkick attempts. A missile dropkick attempt misses. The way that Eddie instantly launched Brock into the turnbuckle means that Brock's bleeding from the nose, and the visual of it is fantastic, especially when the next move, Brock holds Eddie up for his delayed vertical suplex with the blood running down his nose. Oh, it's just glorious. It looks so good. He's screaming, die, 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 Eddie, die. The other thing is, once he's done the vertical suplex, what does he do? He sells the motherfucking leg. Oh, yes, he does. I love that. He puts on a body scissors, which he then turns into a fantastic gut wrench suplex. Eddie drop kicks the knee and head scissors Brock, and then hits the three amigos. He goes for the frog splash. That misses. F5 for Brock, but they connect with the ref as he spins him round. Brock grabs the title, but here's Goldberg. He's broken his handcuffs or decked all the police officers or something. He's not arrested anymore. You know? Weird. Anyway, he comes out and spears Brock. Goldberg walks out, doesn't go through the crowd to run away from the security or anything. No, he just walks up the ramp to his own accord. So the whole point of having him arrested was fucking pointless. And you're just like, mustn't nitpick. That's not going to affect the quality of what I think of this match. It's a bit of storytelling that makes the whole thing earlier on just seem a bit pointless. You know? Eddie covers. Ref comes around, but it only gets 2. And you're like, oh. You fully, at this point, you're fully caught up in the match because not only have they got incredible storytelling with the power versus speed, you've got incredible selling. Eddie's selling the ribs at most points, and Brock's selling the leg at every chance he gets. So you're like, yes, boss. And then, of course, that should be the win. But it's not. Brock kicks out at 2. Eddie, being Eddie, has got the title belt. So he goes to clock Brock Lesnar with it, but Brock ducks, goes to hit the F5. Eddie counters it while he's being spun round into the DDT onto the title belt, goes up top, hits the frog splash, gets the 1, 2, 3 at 30 minutes and 12 seconds. And it gets chills down your spine when that referee counts 3. It is fucking glorious. They were given as much time as they wanted, as much freedom as they wanted. If you want to nitpick that Goldberg interfered in the match, go ahead, please do so. I don't. I just don't care. My personal bias towards Eddie Guerrero counteracts that one. I just don't give a shit. The fans go mental. Absolutely mental. Michael Cole goes mental. Taz a couple of times says he cheated to win, but who gives a shit about what you think, Taz? In one of the best things ever, Eddie goes round the ring. He's hugging loads of fans, and then he stands on this ring steps and spots his mum out the corner of his eye, and it wakes you well up. It's glorious as he goes over and gives his mum the most bone-crunching hug, and as he breaks away, she does this, and you're just like, that is just bliss. And this is why we fucking watch wrestling, and this is why no matter what WWE throws at us, what the shit that they throw at us, this is why we keep coming back. And guess what? We get to do all again next month, like a fucking boss. Opener was good. Oh, sorry. One last point. Straight up. No not ashamed at all. 5 stars. Oh, and God, yeah. As my hero wins the big one. Opening was good. Undercard was shit. Top 3 matches were fantastic. So, realistically, I don't think you can go any higher than 8. I'm going to go 7 out of 10. Okay? As I understand, this pay-per-view has a truly special place in my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, another episode of 10 years ago in the bag. Hope you enjoyed this one. Next up, of course, we're going to do WrestleMania 20. I've been Mark P. What did you think of this pay-per-view? Please let me know down below. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, give me a like, and I will see you all very soon. Take it easy, guys.